Hi guys, Shelly here with Shelly Quilts. So I'm using the foot number 21, and this is a great foot to use. I'm zigzagging this cord along the edge of my finished project. And the foot number 21, it has a deeper side on the right and a shallower side on the left. So it rides on this uneven fabric well. And in between the fabric and this deeper side of the foot, the cord just stays tucked right up against your project. There's a line on the top of the foot right here that shows where that deep side begins. There's a hole in the top so you can feed yarns and cords and things down through the hole. This cord isn't the size for that. And I'm just using a zigzag. So I have my zigzag set to 1 in length and 4 in width. And I may go back and come around a second time or even a third and shorten that length to be a satin stitch. But for this first go around, and sometimes that's all I do, it's very pretty, I just have it kind of a short and wide zigzag so that it's zigging to the right of the cord and zagging onto the project. And this then, because of that thicker right side of the foot, just gets held. So this is a way that I really enjoy finishing projects, especially if I'm not sure what I want to do. And so I want to show you how the corner gets turned. And the way I'll do that, I'm going to sew to the very end, the very edge. And when I turn the corner, I'm going to make sure that the needle is to the right of that cord. And that way when I go around, it'll just help hold that in place. So as long as that needle's on the outside when I turn. So I'm going to go clear to the end. You can do this with a lot of different sizes of cord. Let me pull some more off so I've got plenty. This just happens to be a narrow nylon 2mm cord. So it's on the outside of the thread and the cording. So now, when I turn, I'm going to make sure to back up so that the very corner of the project is right where the needle will start. And because it was on the outside, it just tucked that corner very easily. And go far enough where you can see. Or here, I'll just grab a different corner for you to see how nice that turns that corner and just holds on to it as it goes around. Here's another one. So it just helps hold it in. If I had stopped with the needle on the left, that could have gone all haywire. But since it was on the right. Now we're coming up to where I'm going to join these cords. So let me just zip down there really quickly. And see how I'm hardly guiding anything. Because the depth of this foot, when I finish, I'll take it off and show you. The depth of that foot is really doing the work. That's why we love the feet we love, is because they do the work. And it's allowing this thin side over here to accommodate that thick piece of felt. The project I'm working on is actually a really cool free project off of the WeAllSew blog. It's a needle wool applique needle felted needle minder or something to that effect. But it's on the WeAllSew blog, so you can find that. Here is my beginning and my end. And I want to make sure and cut those so that they don't just join, but actually overlap maybe 1/8 of an inch. So that when they come together, they'll have some pressure. If they miss, if they gap, boy, you can't ever fix that. Now it looks like I need to clean up my original end a little bit. So I'm going to take some snips. I don't know where my really good snips are. I could not find those all evening. I have some tinier ones. And I'm going to try and get a clean, nice cut on this original end. Well, that's better. Those little frays I'll pull out when I'm done. But the cut itself is good. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Now here we go. I'm going to make sure that I don't really cut longer, but I sure don't want to cut shorter. So I'm going to cut about right here. I'm in a very bad spot on the machine bed right there. Let's see how they're overlapped. Just a smidge. Snip. And now, as I come up, they will butt up to each other versus coming up short. We don't want to come up short. I'm going to make sure that those ends are kind of tucked in. And I'll show you what that join looks like. Now, I would be heading around the second go around. So I'm going to shorten my stitch to a satin stitch. Now this is just design here. You do whatever you want. Mostly I just wanted you to see how that foot worked. So in fact, I think I'll take the, let me take the foot off and show you that, and then I'll finish up what I'm doing. Okay, so here is the number 21. And here is the bottom of it that I was explaining how this side on this side is deeper. So when that cord is riding under the foot against the project, and the project comes in on this other side, boom, as it's under that needle foot, and so it just holds that cord in place. Works like a charm. So that's the number 21 foot. Just wanted you to see that. So, bye for now. This is Shelly with Sew Shelly Quilts.